everyone, welcome to TryRights. Myself Sujit. So in our Python series, today we are going to start the main concept of Python, or we can say that each and every programming also. So that is none of this OOPS. So what is OOPS? So basically, OOPS stands for Object Oriented Programming Language. So oriented programming. So then how the OOPS will going to work in our Python, we are going to see. So make sure that while we are discussing object-oriented programming language, it basically depends upon our class and object. How the class and object will going to work. This is completely based on our OOPS concept. So mainly our OOPS will be divided into two types. Okay. So first one is inbuilt OOPS, and our second one is user defined OOPS. Okay, so how these are classified, we are going to see. So what is inbuilt OOPS? Means in Python there are some already existing class will be there. Okay, so object oriented programming means it will be basically based upon our class and object. So if I'm taking an example of inbuilt OOPS, I'll take a equal to 10. Now if I am trying to print type of A, if you just see, it gives me class integer or int. It means Python have already this class, integer class. Based upon our this, we are going to give this output. Now we are going to see how to create our own user defined OOPS. So OOPS is nothing but this is a class. So what is class? So class is a blueprint of which we should create an object. So class is a blueprint which is used to create an object. Means while we are creating our object, by the help of our class we can define. Okay, now how to create a class? By the help of our class keyword. Okay, so by the help of our class keyword we can create a class. Okay, so the syntax for to create a class is you just give the class keyword, then you can take the class name. Make sure that while you are doing your class name, it's completely depends upon our identifier rules. So what are the identifier rules? I just want to tell you one more time. So the identifier should not start with digit, and the second point tell that identifier only accept the special character underscore or and rest of are all not acceptable. Then the last point says that uh, identifier not support our any keyword. So based upon that you need to pass your class name. Okay, while you are passing your class name, your parenthesis is not mandatory. Okay, so now we just create a simple class. Okay, so I just create class keyword, I'll give a class name as sample, then I just want to print that hello try writes. Okay, now if I'm trying to execute this, it will be just printing hello tridents. Now just see, I just want to print the class name. Okay, I'll print the class name. Now again, I just want to print the class call. Okay, just see the difference means while you are printing your class name. Okay, so sorry guys, so class name will store the address of our class. Just see, it gives the class name, but your function or class call, it will be store our address of our class. So this is how you can find your class address. Now, now we are going to see how to create a object and what is object. We are going to see in-depth knowledge. So first thing, what is object? So object is nothing but it is a real-time entity. So it is a real-time entity. Then what is the uses? Which has means this object has property, property and sorry, state and behavior. Means each and every object have some state and behaviors. Okay, how these are going to happen? Now we are going to see. So, sorry guys, behaviors. Now, so what is state and what is behavior? Okay, so state describe our means property of an object. Okay, so property of an object means if you are taking this laptop, then in this laptop we can take these are some property, how many weights, what is the power means battery power, then the model. We can say this is the state or we can say the property of an object. Then what is behavior? So behavior itself says that what is the functionality? Okay, the functionality we can say that we can open the laptop for different purposes, means while we are watching movies, or we can doing coding, or we can doing in our software industry. In means object have a real identity which describe state and behavior. Okay, now, the next point, we define state of an object by using the variables. Okay, so how to create object, then we can understand what is. Okay, make sure that while we are creating a object, object have some common property and some uncommon property. Okay, so I give you an example so that you can get a clear picture on that. So if I'm saying that if you want to take a course from online from the TriRights. Okay, so there are lots of people who are taking that Python course. Okay, so if you see there are some people means object, everything is treated like an object. So for each and every object means who have take that course treated as a object, means for this all the object have some common property. Guys, means their timing will be same, their batch code will be same, then their course will be same, means Python. So we can say that these are our common property. So in this session we are going to see only the common property. In the upcoming session we are going to cover our uncommon property, so that we can say that in object we have some common property and some uncommon property. So in object we have some common and uncommon property are there. Property are there. Okay, how to declare our common property, how to declare our uncommon property, now we are going to see. So how to declare our common property means what is common property, I just want to tell. So common property is nothing but these property are same for all the user, or we can say that for all the object. Okay, then we have to create common property, means where we need to create inside the class. Means if you are going to create the common property inside the class, you need to create. Okay, to then after that we need to access, means if you are taking that object we need to access some property like, so to access we have two options, either the class reference, okay, and the object reference. Okay, these are theory points regarding our object. Now by the help of our example you can get a clear picture on that. Okay, so I just take that particular example. I just take class as TriRights. Okay, so TriRights, then I just need to define some common property, means we need to describe or we need to define our common property inside the class. So I can say that first course, so course was Python for everyone. Then I just take the time, so time will be 5 p.m. Okay, so I just take 5 only. Okay, then I want to take the next code will be batch code. Okay, B code will be C203, something a random number I just take. Okay, C203. Now, how to create an object? Okay, to create an object, first you need to give that class name. Okay, so for this, I'll take my name, Sujit. Okay, and to create an object, after that equal to symbol, you need to give the class name. Okay, the class name here you must give this parenthesis. If you are not giving this parenthesis, it will be treated like a reference only. Means you are storing this reference in your Sujit. Okay, but we need to create a object. So this is how we can create a object. So create object. So guys, just a second. Create object here, done. Now if I'm trying to print some value, I'll tell na, if we are creating, we need to print. So by the help of our class reference and as well as object reference, we are going to see. So I just want to use the class reference. So try writes dot, I just want to check the course. Means for this all, if I'm trying to run this code, it gives me the course as Python because this common property all for the Python. Now, by the help of our object reference, so my object will be Sujit and I just want to know his timing. If I'm trying to run this, it gives me 5. Okay, if after some day I want to modify, means I want to modify this class variable. Okay, so we have only two ways. Okay, by the help of our object reference and by the help of our class reference we can do. But make sure that while we are doing your object reference, it's only affect for this object only. Okay, means if I'm changing my time, means in the institution I don't comfortable to take the course from 5 to 7. So I just want to change my timing to 7 to 9. So for me only that particular class will be changed, but all the remaining object will be same. Okay, so to how to change that particular thing, now we are going to see. If you see, I just want to change for one person. So I just want to change for the Sujit. So Sujit dot time equal to 7. Now I just want to print the Sujit time and for this enter class time. Okay, by the help of our try writes dot time. Just see guys, both the different. I need to commit these two lines, and if I'm trying to run this, just see for the Sujit only this time will change, but for all the users this time will be same. But now if I'm using our class reference, if you are going to change, it will be changed completely. Means if your trainer have some issue, he might be change the timing from 5 to 3. Okay, so here if I'm trying to try writes dot time equal to 3. Okay, now I am just trying to print this for Sujit and as well as our all this member. Just see what is the output. Just see it's printing for Sujit it will be 7, but for all the user it's print 3 only. Okay, that's why we can change our object reference and class reference. So thanks for watching Try Writes. That's all for this session.